Hello and welcome. I'm glad you're here for our live event today. I'm Diane Crampton, the founder of Tiger Success Series. And as with all my topics, I work to keep them under 15 minutes in length. And for those of you who are Tiger's newsletter subscribers, we include the playback link in your newsletters. Today's topic is how to improve training transference when collaboration and high-performance teamwork is the goal. For example, I wonder if you have ever attended a team-building event that was fun and really engaged you, but when you returned to work, nothing changed. Perhaps you or someone you know has experienced this, and there are two reasons for why there wasn't change. The first is workforce inertia, and the second is recognition. Workforce inertia is the tendency for things to stay the way they are. Or if something is already moving in a certain direction, it continues to move that way. So let me give you an example of this. One of the toys used to entertain an infant is called a mobile. It is something that is circular with little objects that hang off of it that move when you push it or a breeze catches it. That makes it turn around and around to entertain a baby. Are you familiar with these? So you can push it. So what eventually happens to that movement? It stops. The reason is that unless you continue to push it or apply energy to wind it up, it will stop because of resistance. And the same thing happens in organizations. Employees already have predictable and known ways of doing things. They have their relationships and connections and know who irritates them and why. They also don't want to practice new behavior that leaves them feeling vulnerable or unpracticed. This is especially true when your work culture is internally competitive and people don't feel psychologically safe to make mistakes as part of their growth and learning process. So, a couple of weeks after an excellent team intervention or training, everything returns to the status quo. The exception is when there is continued focus on transferring new skills and knowledge to improve skills and behavior. Or, and this is the big one, people want it. So one strategy that transforms inertia into improved skills and attitudes in a substantial way is coaching. So let's take it a step further. When it comes to coaching, you reinforce what employees have learned by overseeing the performance of the new skills by giving employees something to work on. Ideally, what they work on should benefit your organization's bottom line. And a couple of examples are projects that result in cost savings or productivity improvements. These are outcomes that can be measured. What our Tiger's licensed coaches tell me is how much the employees they work with in Tiger's training platform love seeing how what they do makes a difference. It energizes them. They report how the employees and leaders they work with love challenging work designed to help them succeed. And when they use what they have learned, it sticks. When they are successful, they want to repeat it. When they don't use what they learn right away, they lose it, and there is no transference. For example, one of the best ways to help a group of employees integrate and transfer problem-solving coursework is to create a problem-solving affinity group. An affinity group is a group formed around a shared interest or common goal. So provide a facilitator for this problem-solving affinity group who has been a successful affinity group member in the past. Ideally, this person could be someone you are considering for a team leadership role. This is one way to demonstrate their team leadership skills too. This also gives your leader in training a team to facilitate and reinforces their own problem-solving skills. Then, as an organization, give the group some ongoing problems that keep resurfacing in your organization to resolve at the root cause. It can produce a huge benefit for your organization with opportunities for team recognition. And it also helps your senior executives and directors understand how important the training and development of employees is. This is because you will see measurable results in your organization's bottom line. And I have an example. Years ago, an organization hired me to develop 5 high transference leadership trainings for new team leaders. I asked to meet with the CFO of the company, and we discussed this project and how, if the supervisors really transferred the knowledge I was teaching to improve skills and attitudes, where it might show up in the organization's bottom line. I had brought some HR statistics with me about the costs of turnover, and we found where these costs show up in the balance sheet. And when I asked what the next biggest cost was aside from employees, I was told risk management and insurance rates. We noted that sick days overlapped between HR and risk management. The leadership training did have a positive impact on HR. There was less overtime and sick days. And when I asked about the nature of the sick days, the CFO became really enthusiastic. And here's why. Better leadership skills resulted in fewer disrespect episodes, which was very disturbing to employees. Employees were more focused and less distracted, and therefore paid better attention to what they were doing. There were not as many smashed fingers, pulled muscles, back issues, OSHA reports, and sick days. And after 2 years and the rollout of the pilot program to 25 of their locations, the ROI on my fee was over 500% in cost savings and productivity improvements in risk management alone. So training and performance management interventions that improve collaboration and high-performance teamwork require coaching and practical application that is measured. This leads to the second reason why collaboration and high-performance teamwork training doesn't transfer, which is lack of recognition. The best strategy for ensuring recognition is to give your employees the measurement feedback that you are tracking. When they see how transference is helping the company or your organization, it builds personal satisfaction, and the recognition received is personal validation. Here's another example. Let's say you simply want to see an improvement in collaboration over internal competition. One of the benefits of improved collaboration is an increase in discretionary actions. And discretionary actions are any helpful action taken because a team member wants to help your organization, whether it is part of their job description or not. An example is jumping in to help someone with their most profitable goal after your personal work is done. This helps the entire team achieve a goal ahead of schedule. And being ahead of schedule is the measurement. This saves money and clears the way for new goals. In review, unless employees apply new training in a meaningful work-related way, your performance training might not transfer to improve skills and attitudes. And unless you track something, you don't know if it's getting better or worse. You can't manage for improvement if you don't measure what is getting better and what isn't. When cooperation, communication, planning, decision-making, and other collaboration skills improve, your employees are more eager to support behavior change when they are recognized for their incremental successes. And they also experience personal satisfaction for making a measurable difference. Therefore, you anchor improved collaboration behavior through recognition and measurement. If Establishing learning groups that practice skills you are learning is of interest to you. Tigers has resources available to help you with this. And we have licensed consultants and coaches that serve both the East and West Coast and areas in between here in the United States. So thanks for your time and attention. Join our newsletter to view this live event again, and be sure to tell your friends and colleagues about Tigers. I love it when you do. Thanks for viewing. Have a great day.